Ever since generative AI burst onto the scene, it's felt like both a total marvel and, well, a bit of a menace, right? It's this incredible technology that's making all of us ask a really fundamental question about ourselves. Is this new tool making our minds sharper, or is it actually making them dull? And that right there is the essential AI dilemma we're all trying to figure out. This is it. This is the big question. It's the debate happening right now in classrooms, in boardrooms, you name it. On one hand, you've got this sense of absolute awe at what this technology can do. But on the other, there's this real, nagging fear about what it might be doing to our own ability to think for ourselves. And if you want to know why this question is so urgent, just look at this number. It took ChatGPT only 5 days, to get to 1 million users. I mean, think about this. It took Netflix 3.5 years to do the same thing. This isn't just some small step, it's a massive leap in how we get and create information, and we are adopting it at a speed we have never, ever seen before. All right, so let's dive into the scary side of this first. Let's talk about the risk that has so many experts worried. The idea that these powerful tools are just encouraging a kind of high-tech copy-pasting, or what some people have started calling regeneration. This quote from the linguist Noam Chomsky just hits the nail on the head. Basically, high-tech plagiarism, a way of avoiding learning. It perfectly captures that fear, right? If you can get a perfectly polished answer without doing any of the hard work of thinking, are you really learning anything? Or are you just finding a really clever new way to cheat? And this word, regenerate, is just perfect, isn't it? It shows you exactly how this thing works. See, unlike a person, ChatGPT doesn't use logic. It's basically a super powerful pattern matching machine. It just reassembles words and sentences based on all the data it's been fed. That's why some people call it a stochastic parrot. It's just brilliantly mimicking human speech without any real understanding of what it's saying. So, okay, this leads to some really specific dangers for our own brains. The experts worry that if we rely on it too much, it could just kill our creativity. They warn that AI is fantastic at producing convincing-sounding nonsense. And because it's a black box, we have no idea how it got there. But the biggest fear of all, that as we hand over the work of writing, we might actually lose our ability to think, to reflect, and to see different possibilities. Okay, look at this comparison. It really lays it all out. Human thought, our thinking, is built on things like originality, making ethical calls, and truly understanding why something is the way it is. AI right now works on pattern matching. It's just looking for what's plausible, not what's true. It can tell you what, but it can't tell you why. And that's a huge difference. Okay, but hold on. That's just one side of the coin. For every person warning about our brains turning to mush, there's another making a powerful case for cognitive augmentation. This is the flip side, the opportunity inside the AI dilemma. And this is maybe the best way to think about it. We've seen this movie before, haven't we? The calculator didn't destroy our ability to do math. It just took care of the boring stuff, the calculations. And that freed us up to focus on much higher level concepts. So what if ChatGPT is just that? A calculator for words, a tool to handle the grunt work so we can focus on the bigger picture. And the potential here? It's massive. Get this. One study found that a staggering 41% of the average knowledge worker's time is spent on tasks that, let's be honest, aren't very satisfying and could easily be handled by a tool like this. Just imagine for a second what you could do with all that freed up time and brain power. So what does that actually look like? Well, it's a totally new way of working. Instead of staring at a blank page, you let the AI generate a first draft. Then your job completely changes. You become the editor, the critic, the one who fact-checks and validates. Your energy shifts from basic writing to the stuff that really matters: strategy, creativity, and all the high-level thinking that AI just can't do. So you see, the goal here isn't replacement, not at all. It's augmentation. The most powerful way to look at this technology is to see AI as a kind of cognitive partner, something that handles the tedious stuff so we can think on a much higher, more strategic level.
All right, so we've got these two powerful competing ideas, AI as a threat and AI as a tool. The way forward, it seems, is to bring these two ideas together and create a new kind of partnership, one where we, the humans, are the ones calling the shots.
And this quote just nails the whole idea. It's not about us versus the machine. It's about what we can achieve with the machine.
The truly big breakthroughs are probably going to come from combining the unique strengths of both human intelligence and artificial intelligence.
So, the big question is, how do we actually do that? Well, experts basically see three ways this can go. First, resistance. We could just ban the tool, but that's a losing game. You miss all the opportunities. Second, neutralization. We can try to build detectors to catch people using it, but that just creates this endless, unproductive arms race. Or there's the third path, integration. We use the AI to generate stuff, and then we make it our job to critique, to refine, and to improve it. And that's the path that actually builds the skills we're going to need.
And this is the big shift. This is so important. In a world where anyone can generate an answer in seconds, the old skill of just finding information becomes way less valuable. The new critical skill is being able to evaluate that information, to know if it's right, if it's biased, or if it's even useful in the first place. You know, all of this points to something huge. It means our very definition of what it means to be smart is changing right before our eyes. The most important skills of the future aren't about what you know, but about how you challenge and engage with what you're told. And here's what that new toolkit looks like. These are the skills that become more valuable in the age of AI, not less. It's about asking really good questions. It's about having the critical eye to judge what the AI spits out. It's about being sharp enough to spot bias, having the wisdom to apply your own ethical judgment, and, crucially, knowing where the tool's limits are. Which brings us to this final, really powerful idea to leave you with. For pretty much all of human history, the most valuable thing was having the right answer. But now, if an AI can give us an infinite number of answers, maybe our greatest skill, our new superpower, is simply being able to ask the right question.